All right, we are on 13.7, page 749 in your book. We're almost done. Woohoo! Okay, so we're doing 2, 3, 4, and we're going to do number 5 down here because this is very much like what you're going to be doing in your worksheet. So, I'm going to skip number 1. Number 2, describe any peaks in this data. Well, there's a peak, the highest peak is from interval 0 through 4. The highest peak is at interval 0 through 4. Are there any gaps in this data? There aren't any because there isn't anything that has absolutely nothing on it. There are no gaps. Okay. Does this graph have any symmetry, and explain your reasoning? I would say that it doesn't have any symmetry because to have symmetry, it would have to be equal on both sides. And there is like nothing that even matches at all. So, no symmetry. Number 5. Mr. Carpenter teaches 5 classes each day. For several days in a row, he keeps track of the number of students who were late to class and display the result on a dot plot. Describe the data. Well, let's kind of go off of this. Are there any peaks? Yes, there is a peak. There's usually, at the most, 6 kids late to class each day. No wonder why he wanted to track this data, because 6 kids late to class is annoying. There is a peak at 6. Basing off of this, are there any gaps? There's a gap at 4 and 7. Gap at 4 and 7. Is there any line of symmetry? Not really. Describe the data. I would say that there's clusters. I would say there's a cluster here, a cluster here, and a cluster here. There are clusters at 0 to 3, comma, 5 to 6, and 8 to 11. And there you go. You're just translating the data into words. Okay? Going to your worksheet. Number 1, you're doing the same exact thing that I just did in the book. You're basing it off of this information. True statements only. You do not have to do any of the false statements. So true statements, again, just restating the graph. Go off of peaks, gaps, clusters, symmetry, anything like that. On number 1 and number 2 on the back. Number 1 on the front. Have an amazing day. See you later.